A teacher in Austria made a horrific mistake and had to pay for it dearly. Schoolboys gang blank teacher 28 and use her as sex slave before torching her home. A group of teenagers are on trial in Austria after allegedly gang blanking a teacher and holding her hostage before setting fire to her flat to destroy evidence. A gang of migrant schoolboys are accused of blackmailing, blanking, and holding a teacher hostage before torching her flat to destroy evidence. 7 boys aged between 14 and 17 are on trial in Austria over the woman's alleged ordeal. The alleged torment is said to have started in April 2024 after the woman, 28, had a legal and consensual relationship with a 17-year-old former pupil who was no longer at the school. But the teen bragged to his friends about the relationship, and soon a group of boys began turning up at the teacher's home, it is alleged. The teens, from Iraq, Romania, and Afghanistan, are said to have claimed that they are part of a criminal gang and threatened to expose the relationship if the woman did not let them into her flat. The flat was initially used as a safe house for storing drugs, but prosecutors say the gang sexually assaulted the woman both individually and in groups, blackmailed her with recordings, and forced her to pay for their food, taxis, and cigarettes. They are accused of filming the encounters to use as leverage and threatened to expose them to her school. Fearing for her job and reputation, the woman felt she had no choice but to endure months of abuse between July 2024 and January 2025, it was alleged. Much of the trial took place behind closed doors to protect the woman's identity and prevent further suffering. At one point, a Polaroid of a positive pregnancy test was shown to the woman in order to increase the control they had over her. The gang also stole cash and possessions from the teacher, it is claimed. The violence is said to have reached its peak in January 2025 while the teacher was abroad. 3 of the teens, 2 aged 15 and 1 14, are accused of breaking in, stealing jewelry, watches, and sunglasses, and then setting fire to the flat to destroy the evidence. The defendants have admitted the burglary, but denied deliberately starting the fire. The teens' lawyers maintain that the encounters were consensual, while the defense has admitted to some thefts and drug-related offenses. They categorically deny the sexual violence charges. When questioned about the arson, one defendant reportedly shrugged and said it wasn't smart anyways. Prosecutors have portrayed the group as a violent youth gang, allegedly numbering 70 to 80 members who like to flaunt videos of their crimes. A key issue in the trial is whether the teacher's April 2024 relationship with a former pupil was consensual and lawful. The prosecution notes it was not a criminal offense as the boy was over the age of consent and no longer a pupil. They argue, however, that this relationship enabled the group's subsequent campaign of pressure. Investigators have had submitted a psychiatric report linking the assaults to chronic depression and PTSD. Prosecutors also say phone records and other digital evidence reveal repeated visits and a coordinated campaign of intimidation from May of 2024 onwards. The woman reportedly called in sick at the start of the new school year in September 2024, unable to face her pupils amid the harassment. By November, prosecutors say the abuse had escalated, including assaults on her terrorists and film incidents allowing for blackmail. If convicted, some of the older boys in the group could face up to 7.5 years in prison. However, because most of the boys are under 18, any sentencing will be shaped by juvenile and rehabilitation law. Tired of being lied to? Do you seek the truth? Do you believe in reality? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Brandon Wright 1001. Resist their tyranny. Resist their manufactured reality. Resist their artificial narrative. You are a human being entitled to the truth. Subscribe to Brandon Wright 1001. I have hundreds of videos deconstructing their lies.